They called it justice. The Galactic Empire labeled her a terrorist, a threat to the galactic order, a destabilizing force planted by Earth's intelligence wing to weaken the Empire from within. She was 17. She didn't speak during the trial. She didn't resist. She just stared ahead as the charges were read, even as the sentence was declared. Death by disintegration. Liv streamed across 3,612 systems. Her name was Elia Rain. She was a botanist. That part didn't make the broadcast. The camera drone captured every angle as the Empire's enforcers locked her into the particle column. Dozens of species watched the stream, some out of curiosity, some with glee. Most just assumed the humans would bark, protest, maybe even send a strongly worded communication. Earth did none of that. In fact, the feed stayed online for a full 27 minutes after the execution. The girl's last scream never came. She didn't scream. She looked straight into the lens. The timestamp was precise. 1347 Galactic Central Time. Elia Rain ceased to exist. By 1414, the Galactic Empire did too. It started quietly. A single listening post on the farthest rim. Gone. No explosion, no signal, just offline. Then another, and another. By the time the Empire realized this wasn't a glitch, 8 military communications arrays had gone dark. Ships were dispatched. They never reported back. What no one understood then, what would only become clear later, was that Earth had already responded. Not with fleets, not with demands, with a countdown. The first official inquiry came from Chancellor Viros himself. A secure message was sent directly to Earth's diplomatic relay station. Do you wish to respond to the execution of your citizen? Earth's reply was one word. Observed. Observers laughed at the message. They said humans were always overly poetic, melodramatic. That word meant nothing. Then came minute 12. The Galactic Stock Exchange, based in the capital moon of Vostalis, collapsed in real time. Not economically, physically. The entire station imploded under its own artificial gravity. The gravity regulators hadn't failed. They'd reversed. No warning. No sabotage alarms. Just a spontaneous, deliberate inversion. All 83,000 residents perished in 2.6 seconds. By minute 15, entire command sectors were abandoning their posts, not because of explosions or direct attack, because their AI systems refused to obey orders. Their ships' navigational charts were overwritten. Imperial fleet positioning was erased. Firing sequences were locked behind strange human-coded riddles. At minute 18, the Empire's homeworld lost control of its orbital defense grid. The satellites didn't shut down. They turned inward. The Galactic Emperor called an emergency session with all High Lords of the Corps. Only 3 of them arrived. The rest? Dead. Their transport vessels rerouted mid-jump to solar collisions. No chance of interception. No distress calls. Calculated. Surgical. Personal. By minute 21, every Imperial world received the same signal. A repeating image of Elia Rain. Smiling. Not weeping. Not pleading. Smiling. With human text overlaid beneath it in cold white font. Your time ended 27 minutes ago. We just waited for you to notice. The message never specified who sent it. No declaration of war. No blame. No vengeance. Just a quiet acknowledgement. The Empire had made a mistake. Earth wasn't interested in forgiveness. Only balance. Chancellor Viros sent one last encrypted transmission to Earth. We surrender. Please stop. Earth replied 5 seconds later. We're not attacking. We're just correcting. The Galactic Empire had a hierarchy built on fear, rituals, and legacy. Earth had something else. Contingency. They called it Protocol 7 to 27, a hypothetical drawn up over 80 years ago by Earth's Interstellar Crisis Division. In the event of unjustified public execution of a human citizen by a foreign power with live broadcast intent and political motive, initiate autonomous subnetwork Alpha. No debate, no approval needed, no fail-safes, no reverse. It wasn't designed for revenge. It was designed for discouragement. You see, Earth never wanted war. Not really. They knew what they were capable of. Seeds of failure. And when Elia Rain died, those seeds bloomed. She wasn't a soldier. She wasn't even an agent. But she was a registered Terran citizen with protected rights under the Inn. The Galactic Empire fell, not in fire, not in glory, but in silence. There was no formal surrender, no signing of terms, no triumphant parades or occupation. By minute 57, most of the Empire's systems were leaderless, its fleet stranded, its world without power, data, or defense. And the humans? They never showed up. Instead, Earth broadcast one final message, not just to the Empire, to the galaxy. It was simple. A screen, a name, Elia Rain, age, occupation, planet of birth, then a sentence in Terran Standard. We loved her. You erased her. So we erased the line between restraint and response. Then it went black. That was it. No demands. No threats. No gloating. Just a eulogy disguised as a warning. The galaxy would come to call it the Elia Protocol. A silent code. A permanent scar. It reshaped diplomacy overnight. Empires scrambled to check every Terran interaction they'd ever had. Nations passed new laws forbidding any action against human citizens without Terran review. Black markets collapsed. Pirates refused to raid any vessel carrying human tags. Humanitarian ships were suddenly the safest in known space, not because they were armed, but because everyone remembered what happened when one girl died. In the months that followed, archaeologists discovered fragments of old Empire cities, entire data centers overwritten by a single human face. Elia's, her expression frozen in calm defiance. That quiet smile, unblinking, and somewhere deep in what used to be the imperial capital, under 500 meters of melted alloy, they found a single preserved room, unharmed. Inside, written on the wall, etched by plasma in precise Terran calligraphy. We do not scream when we suffer, but we remember every second, and we calculate. Years later, a Terran envoy visited the rebuilt Neutral Council. He was offered the floor to speak. Every leader in the room held their breath. He said only one thing. Earth has reactivated diplomatic exchange. You are permitted to speak with us again. But understand, there are no second mistakes. He didn't wait for questions. He left. That meeting was replayed over 1 billion times across the stars. Everyone memorized those words. Because the galaxy had learned something terrifying. Humans were not cruel, not conquerors, not tyrants. But if you made them choose between silence and retribution, they would give you both. And what became of Earth? They didn't expand, didn't conquer new systems, didn't install rulers or make demands. They simply returned to watching, quiet, distant, and across every civilized world, carved into memorial stones or coded into system firmware, one law remained eternal. Never touch the Terrans, never test their silence, and never forget Elia Rain, the girl who didn't scream, and ended an empire without a word,